Welcome to another in-depth review from Calm and Collected. With the release of the first Jurassic World movie in 2015, Matchbox produced a line of Jurassic World-themed 1/64th scale die-cast vehicles. With a lack of vehicles represented in the film, some kids and collectors alike took a pass. But 5 years later, can we say they are better or worse than we remember? Let's take a look at the single-packed assortment of 15 vehicles. The Mauler Hauler was a new Matchbox vehicle in 2015. Though it did appear in a non-Jurassic line the same year, the prototype was displayed at the annual Matchbox Collectors Gathering. Ambassador Nigel Cooper in his report called it the Crawler Hauler, aka Critter Truck. The Mauler Hauler is surprisingly lightweight. It has a green die-cast cab, but otherwise plastic parts. A gray cage hinges up from the front to reveal a surprise dino skull and chains on the bed of the truck. It's hard to imagine it wasn't designed with Jurassic World in mind. Roar by 4, listed second on the packaging, ultimately was never released for Jurassic World. We can't find a definitive answer as to why. It was produced soon after, however, without the Jurassic World deco or paint scheme, making its debut in the MBX Explorers line. Unless an image surfaces, we can only imagine what the Jurassic deco may have been like. The travel tracker was released in 2014 in the MBX Explorer line and was recolored and decoed for Jurassic World. The single card version has a yellow cab and removable green canopy over rows of seats. This version has dueling logos that say Ground Crew and also ACU, the Asset Containment Unit. But it's also vaguely reminiscent of a tour vehicle that takes guests through the Gallimimus herd in the film. The travel tracker also appeared in the Mission Force 5-pack with a white cab, a blue canopy, and awesome blue line wheels, slightly more attuned with Jurassic World's blue and silver color scheme. Cliffhanger, the smallest die-cast of the line, was first released as a desert endurance vehicle in the 2010 mainline. It has seen around 8 releases before Jurassic World. The Desert Thunder V16 is one of the oldest models in the line. First arriving in the MBX Metal line in 2007, it was imagined as a desert trekking transcontinental racer. For Jurassic World, it sports an array of dino icons, an ACU logo, and a graphic, genetically altered DNA, 99.7% pure. Seems like a large vehicle to be transporting DNA, but what do I know? The Toyota Land Cruiser is actually a 1968 FJ40 that debuted in 2009 in the Outdoor Sportsman line. This model was retooled for Jurassic World now with a plastic grille and fenders, reportedly for easier assembly. Though the body is mostly metal, the green plastic front bumper really cheapens it somehow. Terrainiac is a 6-wheeled flatbed truck that debuted in the 2014 MBX Explorers line. It has a removable canopy that reveals some gear and tools sculpted into the bed. The Jurassic World graphics are subtle on the cab doors, and it sports some cool large wheels with a metallic orange rim. With a different color choice, this could have been a vehicle I could imagine at Jurassic World. At least we do see a couple of 6-wheeled vehicles in the film. Next is Questor, a Matchbox original off-road pickup that first appeared in 2013 in the MBX Explorer line. It sports a tan painted metal body with blue metallic rims. The bed cover and spare tire lift off on a side hinge to reveal an empty bed. The number decal 02 is reminiscent of the park vehicles from the original movie. The ACU logo seems more appropriate on this lifted pickup that you can imagine might be carrying a few soldiers and an arsenal of weapons. There's a piece of concept art from the Raptor paddock that seems to have a tan pickup truck. This may be the same pickup truck that Claire drives in the released storyboards, likely drawn before there was a Mercedes licensing deal. In the final film, she ends up driving our next vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz Unimog MVU, Mobile Veterinary Unit. Matchbox calls this model the 4x4 Scrambulance, which is one of the most desirable die-casts in the line. It debuted in 2012, but has been decorated to resemble the actual vehicle from the film, one of the few here that directly do that. It will be interesting to see if we get a proper MVU in the future, considering 2 different Unimogs from the film were included in the 2018 line. The Baja Bullet debuted in 2010. Its Jurassic World version has a black painted metal body with a blue plastic interior and bed detail. A fun vehicle for off-road racing, but one of the least related to the film. The MBX 4x4, first released in 2008, sorta resembles a Jeep or a Suzuki Samurai. With those large knobby tires, it almost works. From above, the lack of paint makes it unappealing. The RockShocker debuted in the 2009 Desert Adventure series. It was also released in the Dino Adventure 5-pack in 2014. It has a silver painted metal cab and a blue plastic frame and grille guard. This one can race along with the Baja Bullet. There just might not be too many dinosaurs with them in Tijuana. The Sahara Survivor was also introduced in the 2009 Desert Adventure series. It seems to be modeled after the Land Rover Special Air Service Desert Patrol vehicle. This version has a black metal body with a green plastic cage and spare tire on the hood. There was another one included in the Desert 5-pack rebranded Island, with an unpainted gray body and an off-white frame atop. The Sea Spy is an RHIB, or rigid-hulled inflatable boat. It debuted in 2014 in the MBX Explorer series, and was repainted the next year for Jurassic World. It has a metal base with 4 tiny plastic wheels hidden underneath. The rest of the boat is made up of 3 different plastic pieces. Similar boats are seen in storyboards for a deleted scene where there's a water rescue from a pteranodon attack and the Mosasaurus is in the water. Whether or not this scene is an inspiration, it's fun to imagine the Sea Spy in action. Perhaps it patrols and docks on the Harbor Rescue playset that was released in 2018. Our final single-carded vehicle for 2015 is the MBX Prospector. Formerly known as Road Tripper, it's been around since 2011. Despite being packed with the aforementioned playset, the MBX Prospector is another one of the more sought after of the line. Even though it's labeled MRU, Mobile Research Unit, it so closely resembles the MVU from the film, it makes a good addition to a collection for someone who's seeking only diecast represented in the films. Please look for our related videos and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, as we plan on releasing more videos about Jurassic Matchbox. If you made it this far, we thank you. Please comment below and tell us what you think of the line. Which vehicles do you like the most and the least? Thanks for watching Calm and Collected. We'll see you in the next video.